Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, this is a new video. Everybody requested me from last video to make a story time. So today I'm making a story time about the day I was about to die. It was in spring 2018. Usually every spring, me and my brothers and my nephews and I go to a boys trip. So last spring we went to Corpus Christi, and on the way over there we stopped to San Antonio because my brother has a friend there that lives there that they met in the army. So we spent the night at their house. We got there like around 10, and they were grilling, and they were grilling meat. We ate dinner. His house, he said he had barely bought it, so most of the rooms he has don't have bedrooms or furniture. It's a two-story house. So we took a nap in the floor, downstairs in the living room, and it was like 2, 3 when they told us, "Hey, go sleep in the room." So we went to sleep in the room. We had to wake up at 3, 7, around that time. We had to wake up early to get to Corpus Christi early because my brother likes fishing, and he likes fishing in the morning, because supposedly the water is calm, so the fish are everywhere. So we actually woke up late. I had to wake them up because they were snoring downstairs. So I woke up and then I called them and they're like, "Okay, so get ready." So we lasted like 30 minutes trying to get ready and everything. And then we drove to Corpus Christi. There was a lot of traffic, mostly because it was spring break, and we had to drive through little towns because we tried to take the streets. It took quite longer, but it was better than driving all the freeway and stopping and driving and stopping. That took too long. When we got to Corpus, we didn't actually specifically know where we were gonna go. So we ended up in a beach. And then from the beach, we ended up in the city. It was just very weird. So we actually went around the whole city of Corpus. And then after that, my brother said, "Oh, let's go to this beach," which I forgot the name of the beach. But we went to that beach. There's a lot of people, and literally probably a month before that, a hurricane had passed through Corpus. So there was buildings destroyed, there was everything, and the waves were really strong. The ocean was mad. And then though when you go to a beach, there's always flags that tell you the warnings. The flags were actually red, but there were still people in the water. So we parked like in the edge where there was rocks. And then we were supposedly gonna go camping, so we brought tents and sleeping bags and everything. So yeah, but we got there in the morning, so it was still early morning. We got our fishing nets, we got everything, so we got ready to fish. We were throwing the nets to the water and everything. So while that happened, there was literally a food truck there, and it was a Papa John's pizza food truck. So my brother went to go buy pizza to that food truck. He bought like 2 pizzas, which I don't like Papa John's. I don't know why, but the pizza was weird, so I didn't eat quite a lot of pizza. But yeah, and then they went to go bring more because they had finished. It was just like, but we did have snacks because we were stopped to the gasoline station like every 30 minutes. But yeah, it was really fun. We ate pizza, and then later on that day, it started getting dark. It was later, like it was afternoon. It was like 5, 6. The sun was pretty strong, so we brought a sun tent, so we could put it. It was like a little house, and we went under there, and we were bored. We didn't know what to do. So we were like, do we go to the stores to buy things and everything? So I ended up falling asleep in a chair. Um, and when I woke up, my brother was apparently here, and he told me that he had gone to the store and bought groceries. I was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" So I don't know if I was there alone. I was there with my nephews, but when I woke up, there was already food. And then yeah, He had bought a couple of pieces of wood so we could start a fire to grill the meat. Um, we bought a small little grill like this small from Walmart, and then we did meat and everything. It was actually it was Easter right now, so my brother bought boxes of confetti eggs, and then he gave one us to each, and we had a confetti egg war and everything. It was actually pretty fun. Um, and then the fire ended up stopping from the grill because it was already finishing. So my brother called an Uber to the beach to go to the gasoline station right around the corner to go buy some wood. And then he called an Uber, and the Uber came and he took him while we were there waiting and waiting, and he took a long time to get here. We turned on a wood pallet, and we turned it on, and the cops came, and they told us that we needed to turn it off because it was dangerous. Because when the fire burns out and turns into ashes, the nails are gonna stay there, and they would step on them and cut ourselves. So we ended up turning it off and just putting it back in the truck. And then my brother came back with the wood. So we turned on a bonfire. We left it on. We stayed outside. We were just talking and laughing and everything. And my brother fell asleep first. And then we were still outside with my other brother. They were just talking. At night, it got really cold. It was like freezing. But I was smart and I brought a blanket. Um, so I took out my blanket, and then I was really hot. So my nephew told me, "Can I borrow it?" And I was like, "Yeah, get it." And then it got cold again, and I was like, "Oh, should I tell him to give it back to me or not?" But I just went to sleep. I literally went inside the truck because it was hot, and then I closed my eyes and I ended up asleep. And then, but they were making a lot of noise because it was not just us camping. There were so many cars around the whole beach, and there was this family that had literally big speakers and party lights, and I was like, why did they have to bring that? So they were most loudest while we were over here in this corner being calm and peaceful with a little speaker like this small. And yeah, and then I fell asleep, and when I woke up, what did we do? When I woke up, we were gonna leave. Um, we were trying to find some shower so we could shower and take all our sand. And we did, but before that, we stopped in this other beach to go swimming, and we swam it, but it was a little disgusting because the water is super salty. And yeah, so we were in the edge, and there was rocks like in the edge, and my nephew wanted to get in first, so I went to go get in with him. My youngest nephew, he's like 10. He wanted to get in, so I was like, okay, bet, let's get in. And they were over here in the truck, so we went to go get in, and I told him the waves were really strong, so I told him don't go far, because if you go far, the wave's gonna take us, and I could swim back, but I'm not gonna get to pull you in. And he was like, okay. So he ended up going far, so I had to go swim back to him. And the waves were taking us, and I could have swum back, I could have made it, but I didn't want to leave him alone. So I was holding him and I was pushing him to the front, and he'll come back, and I pushed him to the front. So I ended up drowning, but I push him up, and then I go up and get air, and I push him up till he screamed to these people that were there that we needed help. And I thought I was gonna die because I was underwater pushing him up. And then when I just felt him let go, I pushed up and I got air, and they were already there. So I was like, but a little bit more I would have probably just stayed there and ended up there. But he pulled me, and I had cuts in my legs. I don't even know how I got cuts in my legs. I had cuts in my legs and cuts in my hands. And my nephew had cut his toe from both legs and everything. And then those guys told us when we got out, he was like, what were y'all doing there by yourselves? And we were like, we just got in the water. And he was like, well, y'all don't have to do that because the water is dangerous. So we were like, okay. So we left. We went back to the car, but we didn't want our brothers to find out. So we got sand, and we put sand everywhere so they wouldn't notice. But it started burning, and they were like, what happened? So we went to go clean it off. They're like, what happened to you? We were like, We were just about to drown, and y'all didn't even help us. They didn't. They didn't even see where we were. So he was like, well, y'all wanted to go that far, and yeah. But then my other brother wanted to get in, but we just stayed in the shallow because I was like, I ain't feeling to do that again. So we got in the shallow, and then my brother, when he dived underwater, he took one big scoop of water, and he drank it. So he literally just barfed everywhere in the water. It was disgusting. But then when I jumped in, I drank water too, and I was like, ugh, but I didn't throw up. So we got out, and we went to go find a shower so we could shower. We went to literally 5 beaches, and there was no showers. Till the last one we went to, there were showers. And then when we went inside the showers, you had to pay with coins, but we just had cards and bills. So there was this little office in the side, and we told them to change the coins. So we showered, we brushed our teeth, we changed everything, and then we went on our way home, and we drove back to Texas, and we stopped, and when we were in San Antonio, and we were hungry because it was already dark, and then we wanted to go eat Pluckers, but every Pluckers we'll pass to, it was packed. And then we saw one that was less people, so we stopped there and we asked. It was like a 30-minute wait, but it was already like 9 something, and we had school the next day. It was a Sunday that day. We had school the next day, so we ended up driving forward, and he said, the first restaurant we see, we're gonna eat there. And we were like, okay. And we saw Jack in the Box first. Then we were like, oh, we're gonna eat there. But then we drove a little bit more, and there was Cane's. So we were like, we just go to Cane's. And we ate at Cane's, and when we finished eating, we left, and we drove all the way back to our house and everything. But that was a fun boys trip. Well, not too fun. I was about to die. And I didn't even tell this story to my mom because my cuts were already like healing, but they're still burned. So when I got home, I showered and took out all the sand. And then you just saw the tub, and there was sand. But yeah, that was a fun experience we had with the boys trip and everything. Probably this year we're gonna do that again, but I don't know where we're going this year. So yeah, that's about it. If you like this story time, please leave a like to this video. Please subscribe. And if you want more story times or you want other types of videos, please leave a comment down below so I could do the best and do them. And we'll see you next time. Peace.